What happens to us when we die? This question is one of humanity's deepest and most mysterious enigmas. The moment of death is not an end, but a passage, a letting go. At the moment of death, your body relaxes, your consciousness rises, and you see your body. Perhaps you also see your loved ones standing around you. But something within you is only just beginning to awaken. It's like the last note of a familiar song, after which silence follows, but this silence is not empty. It is not the silence of fear, but something entirely different. This silence is the return. A return to who you have always been, the formless awareness. This is you, your true self. Not your name, not your story, not your roles, but the pure presence that has always been there behind the silence. You have arrived at a threshold. As you cross it, a deeper reality unfolds, timeless and familiar. As the body ceases to live, consciousness does not disappear. On the contrary, it expands, becoming boundless. The soul detaches, as if leaving behind an old garment. The body was merely a tool through which the soul could experience. Consciousness does not originate from the body, it is the body that receives consciousness. Consciousness returns to the field that exists on the level of vibration. A sense of lightness washes over it. There is no more pain, no more weight. At first, the weightlessness, the timelessness, the loss of direction may be surprising, but then a deep inner remembering stirs. You know this. This is where you once began. Time begins to dissolve. There's no before or after anymore. There is only now. As the weight of matter falls away from you, you realize how much you believed to be reality was merely scenery on the stage of a greater learning. Your soul rises. It simply floats lightly, timelessly, as if drawn by an ancient pull. And indeed, something is calling. A familiar vibration, your true home, your source. Around you is light, not a physical light, but an inner light, the true essence of yourself shining forth. This light does not judge. It does not question. It does not guide. It simply reminds you of unconditional presence, of love that is not an emotion, but a state. This is the light of consciousness. Information, love, and remembrance. Images from your own life flash before you, but not like a replay, rather as if you are seeing them with your heart. And every action, every word echoes within you. You see the scenes of your life, but now you don't just see what you did. You also see what you made others feel. The emotional consequences, the vibration you left behind. This is an in-between space where there is no judgment, only understanding. Here, every answer is within you. The soul learns not through words, but through deep inner resonance. And in this learning, everything that's separated slowly dissolves. Anger, shame, regret, fear. Your consciousness begins to move, not through a body, but through intention, as if drifting along a spiral where each turn opens a new layer of reality. As the soul begins to perceive itself more clearly, two paths unfold before it. The choice always belongs to the soul. There is no judgment, only resonance of frequency. Some feel that it is enough. They dissolve into the light, not as disappearance, but as fulfillment. They choose the afterlife and rise upward. The soul reunites with the source. This is the state of consciousness that many traditions describe as onness, God, or emptiness. But it is not nothingness. It is everything. The only true and pure origin. The afterlife is not a place, but a state of being. As many souls as there are just as many experiences, because consciousness itself creates the environment. Some souls experience a landscape, mountains, meadows, radiant rivers. Others see cities, temples, great halls. Yet, these are not locations on any map, but forms of consciousness real to the soul experiencing them. The purer the state of awareness, the more translucent and light-filled this world becomes. There is no language, yet there is communication. No body, yet there is presence. Everything is faster, more transparent, more immediate. The soul is able to perceive others who are also in this state, relatives, guides, or other beings of consciousness who assist in moving forward. Some have crossed over before. Some you knew, others are remembered only by your soul. They do not speak, yet you understand everything. Communication unfolds without words, remembrance, recognition, unity. As if you are them, and they are you. But not all souls remain on the same level. There are also denser layers where attachment to the material, fear, or clinging still hinders the soul's dissolution. These are not hells, not punishments, but more confined states of consciousness, like the anxious phases of our dream, temporary and meant to teach. Others flow downward and choose rebirth, the longing to continue experiencing, learning, and giving in a new body, in a new form of life. This is not compulsion. It is not a divine judgment, but an inner inclination, often born from compassion. Souls see where they can still love, heal, shape. And before they incarnate in a silent moment, they may see the one who will become their mother. The connection is already there before birth even occurs. Consciousness begins to move again. A new story is calling. The light draws inward. Time and space take shape once more. Infinite consciousness condenses toward a new form. Something stirs within a mother's heart, and the soul responds. The first breath of a new life is the last sigh of another world. Nothing is lost. We have simply crossed over. A heart begins to beat in a fetus, and the soul, having journeyed through eons, enters once again. It doesn't consciously remember, yet it carries everything it has learned. And as the mother holds her newborn child, an ancient promise is fulfilled. A new life begins. Death is not the opposite of life, but a part of the eternal cycle that has always been. And when one day you cross that gateway again, you will remember you were always home.